During the Buddha's time, there was a particular monk who was unable to listen to the guidance of others. When he was brought before the Buddha said, "Monk, this is not the first time that you have been stubborn and did what you wanted. In the past, you were the same." The monks gathered all asked the Buddha to reveal the past which only he could see. In the past, when Brahmadatta was reigning in Benares, there was a Brahmin who knew a special incantation known as Vettapat. This incantation was very precious. If the incantation was done during a certain alignment of celestial bodies, from the sky, the 7 things of value would rain down upon the incanter. In those days, the Bodhisattva was a pupil of this Brahmin. One day, he left with his master on some business and came together to the country of Teeti. In a forest along the path dwelt 500 robbers known as the ransomers. They would lie in wait for people to walk along the path and kidnap the party. Then, they would release one member to go fetch the ransom for the other. If they captured father and son, they would release the father to get the ransom. If they captured 2 brothers, they would release the elder to get the ransom. The Vettapat Brahmin and his student were captured by the ransomers, like so many others had been before them. The ransomers released the student, and before he left, he warned his teacher, saying, "Master, I will surely come back with the ransom in a day or 2. Have no fear, but please heed my warning. Today, the celestial bodies are aligned for the Vettapat incantation. No matter what you do not tell them of this incantation, and under no circumstances should you recite it. If you do, calamity will befall you and this band of robbers." The Vettapat Brahmin was bound and left on the ground. At sunset, the Brahmin looked at the sky and saw that it was just as his student had said. The celestial bodies were aligned. He thought, "Why should I have to suffer this misery? If I just pay the ransom using the precious rain, it will let me go." The Vettapat Brahmin said to the robbers, "If you want treasure and ransom, loosen my bonds. I will make them rain from the sky." The bandits released him, but kept a close eye on him. The Vettapat Brahmin proceeded to recite the Vettapat incantation, and valuable treasures rained from the sky. The bandits were overjoyed and collected it all. The Brahmin too was overjoyed, thinking he was to be freed. After the bandits collected all the treasures, the Vettapat Brahmin asked to be released. He figured that since they got their ransom and more, they would let him go. Instead, the bandits thought, "How could we let such a cash cow go?" They thought that they should keep him prisoner and make him generate more treasure whenever they needed. So they tied him up and took him with them. However, before they made it too far, the first bandit group was captured by a second bandit group of 500 robbers. "Why did you capture us? What do you want? Money? If money's what you want, that Brahmin can make money fall from the sky." So instead of fighting, the second bandit group took the Vettapat Brahmin and let the first group go. But when they asked the Brahmin to make the Vettapat incantation, He said he would, but he would have to wait a year. The second group of bandits were enraged and killed the Wayatapat Brahmin. After killing the Brahmin, the second group of bandits chased the first group of bandits down, killed every person, and stole their loot. Then, out of greed for all the riches, the second group of bandits separated into two factions and began fighting amongst themselves. The bandits kept killing each other until only two were left. The two survivors carried off the treasure and ended up in a jungle near a village. One of them stood there, sword in hand, to guard the treasure, while the other went to the village to get rice and have it cooked for dinner. The first bandit thought, "That bandit will kill me and steal the treasure the first chance he gets. I must kill him the moment he gets back with food." The second bandit thought, "If I poison the rice, I won't have to split the treasure, and it will all be mine." And so, after the rice was cooked, he put poison in the one he was going to give the other robber. Once the second bandit got back, he gave the poisoned rice to the first bandit. After the first bandit got it, he immediately struck the first bandit down with his sword. After the second bandit died, the first bandit ate the poisoned rice and died on the spot. After 2 days of gathering ransom, the Brahmin student came back to the designated spot. He was not able to find anyone, but he saw random treasure all over the place. His heart dropped, knowing that his master did not heed his advice and must have called down a shower of treasure from the sky and died for his folly. The Bodhisattva then followed the trail of treasure in hopes of finding his master. Alas, after traveling not too far, he found his master cut in half and dead. The Bodhisattva said, "Unfortunate, he is dead because he did not heed the warning." The student then properly buried his master. Further along the road, he came across the 500 dead bandits of the first group. As he kept going, he saw the remaining 500 corpses of the second group. Finally, he came across the last 2 corpses. He was able to surmise exactly what happened. So, the Bodhisattva recovered the treasure. The Bodhisattva uttered the words, "And thus, through not following my advice, my master, in his stubbornness, caused not only his own destruction, but the destruction of 1,000 others. Those that seek their own gain by mistaken and misguided means shall reap ruins, just as my master did." The Bodhisattva then carried all the treasure back to his home. And for the rest of his life, he practiced almsgiving and other good works. At the end of his life, he died and was reborn into the heaven that he had earned. And the Buddha concluded the birth story by saying, "This is not the first time that you were stubborn, monk. You were stubborn in the past as well, and through your stubbornness, you caused your own destruction." At the end of the lesson, the Buddha identified the birth by saying, "The stubborn monk was the Wetapat Brahmin of those days, and I myself was his pupil." What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.